ahead and made myself some tea and also some breakfast. And I checked the weather forecast before getting out of cell range, and good chance of rain starts at probably about a half hour or so, so we'll see what happens. But I think I know what many of you guys are thinking. This is supposed to be a photography channel, but I haven't taken a picture for a couple days now. And well, I mean, that's kind of the reality of these shooting trips. Not every single day is going to be a photo. And sometimes if you follow a lot of different landscape photography channels, you'll see that each video results in a photo. But I always like doing the videos where each video represents a day, and then you'll see actually what happens in the field. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But I will say that on the backpacking trip, I did shoot 6 different scenes, and this is day 6, so the average is still there, that 1 photo a day. But we'll see what happens today. The skies are getting a little darker right now, but gonna hunt around and see what else I can find. So it ended up raining for a little while. It was never really a heavy rain, but it was enough to kind of get everything wet and just kind of kill visibility for a little while. But I spent some time just kind of wandering around and trying to find some subjects, and I had a couple leads on a few things, but ultimately I came over to an area that I've been visiting for the past couple years. And you got this really cool grove of these cottonwood trees. And I just love how there's 3 trees there, and just really nice, shapely trees, nice character to them, and then set up against a sandstone wall. And it's an area that I've struggled to find a composition on in years past, but I came up with something this year, but it takes a camera being kind of awkwardly placed. It's way up over there, so a little bit of a scramble, but I was able to make it work. But I have a feeling that the light isn't going to cooperate, but my big thing was just to get a composition on the scene to see if the shot's even possible. But I honestly wouldn't mind waiting around for another couple days or so until after this storm system clears out, because all I need would be a sunny morning or afternoon with relatively calm wind, and I think I'd be able to get something pretty nice. I just love those trees. Well, it's been quite a few hours, and even though there's been some little bits of rain every now and then, it does seem like it's generally getting a little clearer. So maybe there's a chance that I might be able to expose some film today. I still have probably about 3-4 hours or so until there's any chance of reflected light on the trees back there. So I'm gonna hang out and see what happens. So as the afternoon has progressed, man, it has gotten really cloudy. I went over and took a peek to the west, and it's really socked in with clouds. It looked like for a while that there'd be a good opportunity for some reflected light perhaps, but then the clouds started building in. So, but just as I was saying this morning, not every single day is gonna result in a really cool photo. I mean, I'm pretty spoiled by what happened on the backpacking trip, but these are much more difficult conditions to work in. But the important part is that I've been able to cover a lot of ground, find some great compositions, find some great subjects. So now I'll know that when the conditions really are the way that I want, I'll know exactly where to go to set up for that photo. And it might not be on this trip, it might be on another trip, but it's that knowledge which is really important. But I'd say it's probably time I call it and pack up my camera, and maybe not quite head back to camp yet, but at least start heading in that direction and maybe spend a little more time kind of wandering around and seeing what else I could find. But I'm certainly glad I found this composition, and I found 3 different subjects yesterday, so that is important stuff. Well, just after I recorded that last video, it started getting really dark, like really dark. It's only like 3 o'clock right now, so it should not be getting dark. And I think my instinct to pack things up was pretty good because, man, the big drops started falling, and I was rushing to get back to my truck because I was parked along a dirt road in a gorge, which is a drainage ditch, basically. So I was able to get back to my truck and then get off the dirt road part and get through also a narrow area where water can drain along the main paved road. And wow, there's some areas out there that you can really see just the columns of rain falling. So this is gonna close off some parts of the park. And if it goes like this for quite a while, there's even a chance of some snow in the morning, which will be interesting. Never a dull moment, that's for sure. Rain stuck around for a little while. It was kind of heavy at times, but eventually it cleared out, and it was kind of cool to drive around in the rain. Just being from San Diego, rain's always kind of a novelty. But I was checking the weather forecast. It shows that tomorrow morning there's a chance of snow, like 60% chance of snow, and that'd be really cool to see. It's really hard to photograph because I imagine it'd be very fleeting and melt very fast, but when I was here in 2016 for the first time, I did end up taking a picture in the snow, which is kind of cool. But even though I did not take a photo today, I was pretty happy to find a composition for that scene with the cottonwoods, because that's a scene that I've been trying to find a composition for a couple years now, and I just have to wait to have some ideal conditions for that. Since tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit snowy, a little bit rainy, the day after that it's supposed to be kind of partially cloudy. The day after that, it's supposed to be sunshine. So if I am determined enough to get that particular photo, it means I have to stick around for a few more days. But I'd love to be able to get one photo here from Capitol Reef. I feel like I've already done hopefully some pretty decent work on the backpacking trip, but it'd be cool to get at least a photo from here as well. Now, even if that's not the case, even if I don't get a photo, it's all right, because I'm actually enjoying spending a lot of time here, kind of exploring and finding new subjects and kind of logging them in my mental logbook to keep in mind for future trips. But it's about time I call it a night, so we'll see you all in the morning. If you enjoy this ad-free content and want to help me live my dream, a voluntary contribution of just $24 a year helps keep my gas tank full and my film freezer stocked. For more information on how to support me and my work, please visit the donation section of my website at benhorne.com/donate. I also have prints available on my website. You can find a direct link down below in the show notes. Thanks in advance for your support.